Welcome back. Ooh, still not feeling great, but we're gonna try to do a blueprint video. Those don't take very long. Hopefully I can get through. One thing we know is that we're gonna put in two outputs for this. We're gonna make both the thermal propulsion rocket. Actually, hold on. Do I actually need turbo motors for anything else? Two something else's, actually, that we don't see yet. All right, so we do need some turbo motors. That's fine. Walls. So here we'll say if that's enough room. That might not be enough room. Because if I do that, I probably will be forced to put in... Ugh. I guess I could go like this. No. Because then the lifts up will be very much confused. Manufacturers aren't quite as big as I thought they were going to be. It's a nice change of pace. So I think first we should make the turbo motor. Right, the thermal propulsion rocket takes turbo motors. And here we can make 1.875 turbo motors per minute. And here we're consuming one. So there's a little surplus there. Cool radio motor. We need 7 inputs. Kind of a lot. Let me get this conveyor hole in here. Just squeeze in all 7. Five, 6, 7. Okay. And then we'll put a couple walls up. We gotta have the baseline. And I think a nice 1 meter foundation goes well with that. I'm gonna make it as compact as possible. And then let's keep going up. Let's just confirm the basic box before we go too far and then find out something crazy doesn't fit. Okay, so in here, an interesting thing about this, the cool part, is the cooling systems. One cooling system will give us both machines because both of these recipes demand cooling systems. Which is supposed to be annoying, but I think it's kind of cool. So I win. I guess I'm going to have to label all of these. All right, we'll reverse this. Probably doesn't need to go above where we are. Cooling system comes in. Let's have an easy one, right? I think you always need an easy one. I'm going to try to line this up. So we can get cooling systems in here on a straight shot. Put in the conveyor holes. And then while we're here, we'll split this. Goes in. Comes out. This is the only one that hits both machines, right? Because this one takes cooling and this one takes, well, we got to set this one with the other one. Cooling. Perfect. Well, I kind of want to put that really close, but maybe I don't. Yeah, I think I'll put this one really close just to give the other one some room to maneuver. This will be our surplus turbo motors. Coming out. right? So turbo motors come out of this machine. We know we want some turbo motors for use in other places, if no other reason, just to have to build with. But we also know that this particular build, we're going to want a smart splitter, and then that smart splitter can go up to here. And then we're going to say any there and then overflow. So we're going to force, excuse me. We're going to force fill this upper one with turbo motors before we send out to the rest of the world. The rest of these should be a little easier. We'll go up to guess we'll start with 10. See how that works. Not exactly lined up. And see if we can get a splitter in here, and then oh, that's a total miss. Is it? Goes in, comes out. That square right there is where that lift needs to go. radio control unit goes in here. Then we got to get this guy. Now see, that's going in the wrong direction already. There we go. Much better. You know, while I'm here, I'm just going to drop in the power. Motor and then rubber. We'll do a simple insert for this one. Try to take it easy on ourselves. And then we'll split that brand new line. We need the stubby splitter. Okay, so that moves up. Yeah, we just need to make sure we connect this output. Three outputs on three outputs. This one's special because it's getting connected differently. The cooling devices. We just got to get this rubber in. Where's my splitter? Let's see, how does this play out? Just go to the top. No, I think we'll go to the bottom actually. That way it's kind of out of the way for the other inputs. All right, so you put these 4 inputs in. Outputs turbo motors. Turbo motors come over here. They go exclusively up here until this line fills. And then once that fills, you start getting a couple extra turbo motors, a couple bonus turbo motors. Always nice. All 3 of those go connected. They're all going. Ooh, that's a good point. As this comes out, it needs to go in here and merge with this level. This is why you check your work. We've got the connection for the output for the turbo motor, but not for the next level. Comes out here on this level. It's going to come out here and go in here. I could pre-fill it. I think we'll just merge it here. Right, so the turbo motors come out. They go in here. In, down. Then they merge back onto this, and then they basically double check to make sure that this machine now is full. Yeah, I think that's fine. The bottom machine's always going to have turbo motors. The top machine is not as much. But that'll just mean that... Well, I don't think that does anything. Because none of them are going to have extra until they have extra. Okay, either way, this works. Okay, I am coming back from illness. Why don't you give me a break here? Let me do this part 1, part 2. We got the turbo motor. I am holding back a cough pretty much the entire time here, so let me call it here. We'll come back next time and we'll put in the... Was it the thermal propulsion rocket? Cool. We'll put that in. And we'll add in the 3 items that it needs other than cooling devices, which we've already put in. Fuse modular frame, turbo motor, which we are making locally. Oh, wait. We are making that locally. And modular engine. So technically we don't even need this. Or I could leave myself some space and take this one out. Right, because here, fuse frames get input. Cooling systems already done. Turbo motor made locally. So that means we only need 2 items. Modular engines and fuse modular frames. That makes that way easier to deal with. And then we'll just have to find a place that has a good chunk of these things and decide where we're going to build it. But we'll do all that in the next episode. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry for the short episode. Still getting over a crazy cold. And we'll see you next time.